Today, I'm going to show you how to access your CCP email address and Google Classroom. We have chosen to give you all a CCP email address to help out with clear communications during your online learning experience. This means that we can make sure that you are always getting communication from us and things aren't going to junk mail or getting rejected by your email server or all the typical problems we run into with you guys having your own email address. To access your email address from the CCP, go to gmail.com. For those who have used Gmail before, you might have to click on your portrait, which will be up in the top corner, and click Add Email Address or Add Account. For me, I've got multiple emails that I am signed into or that I use at varying times. If you have this similar screen when you get to Gmail, you would click Use Another Account. For those who have never used Gmail before, you'll end up with this sign-in screen here. Your email will be your first and last name with a dot in between it. So for example, mine is g.greenslade@ccp.sa.edu.au. You will have very similar. So I'm going to use a different email address today just so that I can show you how this is working. I'm going to use the Classroom 1 email address. So classroom1@ccp.sa.edu.au. Then you're going to enter your password. And it will sign you in. You should have an email from your lecturer saying class invitation. For example, class invitation, camera portfolio 1, in this case, is the classroom that I'm showing you today, term 2, 2020. If you get that email address, simply click on Join. I'm going to show you a bit of a different way because this is how you're going to access your classroom every time you would like to get to it. All you need to do is click up here, see the little portrait there, and make sure that you are signed in to your CCP email. So for me, I've got Classroom 1 here. That's great. If you haven't got the email that you would use to sign into Classroom, your CCP email, you would click on one of these. To access the Classroom, you click on the 9 dots up here called Google Apps. And then you would scroll down to the very bottom until you find Classroom. Here, you will see all of the classrooms that you have been invited to for the term that you are signed up for. In my case, we've got Camera Portfolio 1, Term 2, 2020. I'm going to click on Join. This will give you access to your Google Classroom, and it will show you a very short tutorial on how to use it. For example, you can create posts to share with your class. It might be that you're organising a field trip, or it could be that you have a question that you would like to ask and somebody else in the class might know exactly what you need to do. I'm going to click Got It. This is the stream. The class stream shows everything people are posting, communications that you might have with other students, etc., etc. It also shows you some of your classwork, but not all of it. To access your classwork, you would click up here, Classwork. Down the side here, you're going to have all of the topics that you're going to cover. And the very first time you access Classroom, you can see it's got this little tip just here. Click Got It. So you can click on any of these topics to take you to the corresponding week. For example, let's pretend that this is week 1, Beyond the Frame, or week 6, Landscapes. It will take you there. Week 1, Beyond the Frame, week 6, Landscapes. When I click on week 1, Beyond the Frame, it will show you all of your class materials, including your recorded or pre-recorded lecture. We have pre-recorded your class lectures so that if your internet drops out or something like that during a Zoom meeting, it's not a big deal. It's all there. So before every class, it is expected that you will have watched that that video. It also has things like your slide lists and other information that you will need for that class in that week. As an example, if I click on nonsense, this brings up the class handout about nonsense. Here is the lecture, usually labelled accordingly, and you can sit and watch that one in your own time. The best part about online learning is you can also rewind it and fast forward and all kinds of things, so that if you miss anything, you can go back and revisit it at any time. You can then also scroll down and it will have your assignments. Here is where you are able to ask questions of your lecturer or your classmates as well in regards to what you might need to do for your assignment. In this case, there is 2 assignments that are there for the week. We also have the due date up the top, so this is due May the 5th at 11:59 p.m. Usually assignment submissions for online learning are the night before class. This is to make room for any uploading time that you may have to undertake for large images or whatever it is that you are uploading. To upload any work that you would like to send to your lecturer, you need to go back to classwork. And here we have our, the classwork organised into all of the different little sections that you would have each week. In this case, we're going to click on Journal Task, Research for Beyond the Frame. Then you would click View Assignment. Here, you can add or create work. So if I click Add or Create, we have a bunch of options available to us to be able to submit work. For example, if this is a journal task, you can create a new document. You can also upload a Word document as well. And here we go, it says creating, and we can actually click on that little guy there and it will bring you to your journal task. You can type in whatever it is that, it's going to come up with this. Editors can now see your view history. Don't worry about that too much. You can now type in whatever it is you want to. You can insert images, upload them from your computer. Let's have a look. Let's put this contact sheet up on there. Excellent. And we can continue on. As I said, you can also upload a Word document. When you are ready, you can click Turn In, or you can add more. For example, I'm going to upload an image. So I'm going to click Add or Create and File. You can drag or drop files, or we can go select files from your device. I've got some images that I already put in here on the desktop. So I'm going to go into here. Here we go, course icons, and I'm going to upload this one. And click Upload. It will show you the uploading window, how far it's gone, and when it's done, it will tell you, see here, that is attached. When you're ready to turn it in, you can add some private comments saying, hey, what do you think of this, or something like that, or you can send it straight to me, your lecturer. 2 attachments will be submitted for week 1, journal task Beyond the Frame. Click Turn In. Depending on your class, you will be asked to turn in various different assignments, so keep in touch with your lecturer as to what they want. If you ever want to edit what you have submitted, you can go Unsubmit. There we go. And you can add or create more. To go back to your classroom, just click on Camera Portfolio 1 at any time. Your classes each week will be conducted via Zoom face-to-face. Your Zoom meeting links will be attached to your classwork section. You would come into here, you would see your Zoom meeting for the week. Zoom meetings are to discuss anything from the lecture, to show off work, to have that normal class interaction that we would have. If your video is cutting out, we tend to try and record those lectures so that, or those extra Zoom sessions, so that you can come in and check it. It is a requirement that you do check in on those Zoom sessions. If you are having any problems with your Zoom sessions, we will have internet tech support on call at any time for you just to get in contact with during class. And that is really how to use the Google Classroom. There is a couple of little extra things that you should know about, like, for example, the Google Calendar. You can click on that and you'll be able to see laid out for you when your assignments are due and everything that you might need to know. So I'm going to click Got It. And excellent. Now, over the side here, if I go, let's go to May, and I know that this is when the term starts. So if I click on Monday, it's going to show me, if I scroll, here we go, we have an assignment due. So assignment week 1, journal task inspired by Beyond the Frame. And it says here that has been assigned that night, and it's going to be due, here we go, at 11:58 that evening. Excellent. And you can scroll through every week just to see when assignments are going to be due. I'm going to close the Google Calendar and come back. There is also a class drive folder where you can upload stuff to your lecturer should you need to. This also shows things you have uploaded to your lecturer as well. I'm going to close that and come back. You can also view your work, anything that you have submitted over the time, or anything that you have coming up and when their due dates are over the course of your course. You can also see your grades in here. I'm going to go back. You can also see the people that you are sharing your courses with and email them if you would like to. For example, I'm going to email info@CCP. Click on that and it will come up with the normal Gmail interface. Excellent. Subject. Hi, Aaron. And you would type in information in here and send it. Lovely. Really simple, really straightforward, and that will allow you to communicate with people in your class privately. As I said, you can also type stuff on the stream and say hello to people in there. Your upcoming work will be listed down the side within the week that it is due. And that's how to use the Google Classroom environment. As you can see, it's very simple. There's no worries at all. We will also be providing you with telephone and email support over the 3 hours that your class is scheduled. That is really how to run with the Google Classroom environment. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us at info@ccp.sa.edu.au.